Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki, Founder-Acharya Bhagavatam ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Nitai Go Premanandi. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 27, Attacked by Chandravega on the city of King Puranjana, the character of Kalakanya. Text number 1. Narada Vacha Itam Puranjanam Sadryag Vasamaniya Virame Puranjani Maharaja Veme Ramayati Patim Narada Vacha Itam Puranjanam Sadryag Vasamaniya Vibrame Puranjani Maharaja Veme Ramayati Patim Narada Vacha Itam Puranjanam Sadryag Vasamaniya Vibrame Puranjani Maharaja Vime Ramayati Patim. Please chant. Narada Vacha. Narada said, Itam, thus. Is it possible to put the volume down on this a bit? Sorry. Puranjanam, King Puranjana, Sadhyak, completely, Vasamaniya, bring it under her control, Rubame, by her charms, Puranjani, the wife of King Puranjana, Maharaja, O King, Leme, enjoyed, Ramayati, giving all satisfaction, Patim, to a husband. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The great sage Narada continued, My dear king, after bewildering her husband in different ways and bringing him under her control, the wife of King Puranjana gave him all satisfaction and enjoyed sex life with him. Purport. After hunting in the forest, King Puranjana returned home, and after refreshing himself by taking a bath and eating nice food, he searched for his wife. He saw her lying down on the ground without a bed, as if neglected and devoid of any proper dress. He became very much aggrieved. He then became attracted to her and began to enjoy her company. A living entity is similarly engaged in the material world in sinful activities. These sinful activities may be compared to King Puranjana's hunting in the forest. A sinful life can be counteracted by various processes of religion such as yagya, rata, and dhan. That is, the performance of sacrifices, the taking of a vow for some religious ritual, and the giving of charity. In this way, one may become free from the reactions of sinful life and at the same time awaken his original Krishna consciousness. By coming home, taking his bath, eating nice foods, getting refreshed and searching out his wife, King Puranjana came to his good consciousness in his family life. In other words, a systematic family life, as enjoined in the Vedas, is better than an irresponsible, sinful life. If a husband and wife combine together in Krishna consciousness and live together peacefully, that is very nice. However, if a husband becomes too attracted by his wife and forgets his duty in life, the implications of materialistic life will again resume. Srila Rupa Goswami has therefore recommended Anasaktasya Visayan, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1-255. Without being attached by sex, the husband and wife may live together for the advancement of spiritual life. The husband should engage in devotional service, and the wife should be faithful and religious according to the Vedic injunctions. Such a combination is very good. However, if the husband becomes too much attracted to the wife due to sex, the position becomes very dangerous. Women in general are very much sexually inclined. Indeed, it is said that a woman's sex desire is 9 times stronger than a man's. It is therefore a man's duty to keep a woman under his control by satisfying her, giving her ornaments, nice food and clothes, and engaging her in religious activities. Of course, a woman should have a few children, and in this way not be disturbing to the man. Unfortunately, if the man becomes attracted to the woman simply for sex enjoyment, then family life becomes abominable. The great politician Chanakapana has said, Bharya Rupavati Satru, a beautiful wife is an enemy. Of course, every woman in the eyes of her husband is very beautiful. Others may see her as not very beautiful, but the husband, being very much attracted to her, sees her always as very beautiful. If the husband sees the wife as very beautiful, it is assumed that he is too much attracted to her. This attraction is the attraction of sex. The whole world is captivated by the 2 modes of material nature, Rajagun and Tamagun, passion and ignorance. Generally, women are very much passionate and are less intelligent. Therefore, somehow or other, a man should not be under the control of their passion and ignorance. By performing bhakti yoga or devotional service, a man can be raised to the platform of goodness. If a husband situated in the mode of goodness can control his wife, who is in the passion and ignorance, the woman is benefited. Forgetting her natural inclination for passion and ignorance, the woman becomes obedient and faithful to her husband, who is situated in goodness. Such a life becomes very welcome. The intelligence of the man and woman may then work very nicely together, and they can make a progressive march toward spiritual realization. Otherwise, the husband, coming under control of the wife, sacrifices his quality of goodness and becomes subservient to the qualities of passion and ignorance. In this way, the whole situation becomes polluted. The conclusion is that a household life is better than a simple life devoid of responsibility. But if the household life, the husband becomes subordinate to the wife, involvement in materialistic life again becomes prominent. In this way, a man's material bondage becomes enhanced. Because of this, according to the Vedic system, after a certain age, a man is recommended to abandon his family life for the stages of vanaprastha and sannyas. Om Gyantimanandasya Gyanarashadakaya Shaksham Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Katachana Smite Yasmin Dustaro Sukarum Bhavet Yasmite Piyatim Sat Shri Chaitanya Nanamitam Vanchukapa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasiri Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. My spiritual master said that marriage doesn't work. It's hard work. You have to work at it. So we see this example of King Puranjana, and it's really amazing who's speaking such a story. It's Narada Muni, who's a Naistic brahmachari, talking about the sex life between a man and a woman, and especially King Puranjana enjoying his queen. Obviously, it's an allegory story because he's preaching to King Prachina Bahisa, because if you were to preach directly, you are a lusty, sinful, attached householder who will take such a criticism, especially a king who's very proud. So he says some story. Actually, it's not you, someone else. But actually is you, is attached to his queen and materialistic life. So as we heard previously, King Puranjana went hunting without telling the queen. The queen represents the intelligence. So without consulting intelligence, going hunting represents sinful life. Prabhupada points out that this is the basic, this is the basis of us being in the material world. Devoid of intelligence, real intelligence. Real intelligence, Dhanami Buddhi Yogam Tam. It means that we constantly are serving Krishna. Tesham Satata Yuktanam. Bhajatam Priti Puvakam. Doing bhajan with priti, with affection to Krishna. With puva, with that affection, puvara. Tesham Satata Yuktanam. Bhajatam Priti Puvakam. Dadami Buddhi Yogatam. That Krishna within the heart gives the intelligence of how to come to him. That is the main desire of the Mahatma, to have association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Mahatmas tu mampata, devim prakritim ashrita, vijanti anana manaso ganta bhuta dim aviyam. That the Mahatmas, who are constantly dedicated their lives to the Lord, under the Devi Prakriti, they're under the spiritual energy, they're under the shelter of Srimati Radharani. through devotional service, knowing the Lord to be inexhaustible and everlasting. So what is the symptom of a Mahatma? The next verse says, Satatam Kirta Yanto Mam. They're always chanting the holy name of the Lord, the glories of the Lord. With great determination, they endeavor so much. They're always connected with the Lord. Nityayukta Upasate. So this is where we're supposed to come to. But unfortunately, in the material world, due to forgetfulness of the Lord, trying to be Krishna, trying to be the Purush. But actually, we are Prakriti. We are the enjoyed. We are not the enjoyer. The whole purpose of human life is not to be a competitor of God, but to be a cooperator with God. That is the purpose of this human form of life. We may do so many sinful activities. You know, there's always this talk of karma. You know, oh, that's just your bad karma. But if you do good karma, it may counteract it. And there's always speculation, what is actually good karma? If I do something good to someone, help an old lady cross the road, you know. But what if that lady was like some serial killer, you know, and you helped her cross the road to help with another murder? It's always mixed when you speculate on what actually is beneficial for us. That's why Arjuna, he refused to fight, and all his reasons not to fight were correct, according to scripture. But it did not make him happy. You may know everything, you may be correct, but if it doesn't make you happy, you missed the point. That's why he went to Krishna. He gave all these reasons, and then all of a sudden he's just totally indecisive. Kabana dosha pahata svabhava pachamitam dhamma samude chetaha yestriyan siyan nisritam bhuvitime sisyate ham sarimam tam prapanam. My Lord, I'm completely confused about what to do. What is my duty? Please tell me for certain what is best for me. Now I'm your surrendered soul. I'm your disciple, surrender unto you. Please instruct me. So we must take instruction from the Lord, from Bhagavad Gita, from Srimad Bhagavatam, from the spiritual master. This is the best way to be happy. So many millions of lifetimes you try to be happy in this Maituna Agraha, this material world, which means the shackles of sex life. One time I was doing books. Sometimes I do books, not just Hare. So it was actually here in Melbourne. I was on Swanson Street, and the cops arrested someone. Some guy who's doing something. They arrested him, put him down, you know, beat him up a bit, and then put him in handcuffs. You know, Nita is a cop, so he knows about handcuffs and beating people up who are causing trouble. He's like a Kshatriya. So he puts them in the handcuffs, you know, and then everyone's watching, and then they put him in the back of the panel van. And then I was thinking, okay, everyone's watching. What are they thinking when they watch this guy getting arrested? Okay, I better not do what he's doing, otherwise I will get the shackles. But we're here in the material world, and we willfully, please put the shackles on me, the shackles of sex life. Krishna says, Kamayesha Krodiyesha Rajaguna Samudvapa Mahashana Mahapapa Vidina Varinam, that is the last only due to the contact of the mode of passion, which develops into wrath, is the all-devouring sinful enemy of the world. This is the number one enemy in our lives. It's lust, karma. That lust is our number one enemy. It's not ISIS, it's not Al-Qaeda, it's not the government, it's not the Australian cricket team or the Indian cricket team, it's not, you know, it's not the New Zealand cricket team this year. No, it's lust. What is lust? Amiyandriya Priti Vancha Kam is trying to fulfill the desires of this body, the pushings of the senses of the body. Prema Pamato Mahan, that the great necessity of the living entity is prema, love for Krishna. Krishendriya Pritivanche Tadabale Krishendriya Ichi Achidare Prema Nam, that by fulfilling giving pleasure to the sense of Krishna, that is the necessity of the living entity. And by doing that, Savadam Pritityaja, Mamakam, Sharanam Braja, Aham Tom Savapapyabhu, Mokshami Masucha. Surrender unto me. Forget all these other religious activities or processes. This yagya, vrata, dana, this sacrifice, vows, and charity. You just surrender unto me. Perform bhakti yoga. What is bhakti yoga? Savapadi vini muktam, tapanatena nimamana, rishikena rishikeshana, sevanam bhakti uchate. You give up all designations with this material world. You're not South African, you're not Indian, you're not a man, you're not a woman, you're not rich or poor. You got nothing to do with this material world. All designations gone by performing bhakti yoga. Any other material reaction is completely removed. How is it done? By engaging the senses in the service of the master of the senses. That is bhakti yoga. That is bhakti yoga. And what is it? Aham tam savapapya vyo mokshami masucha. Don't fear. It doesn't matter how much sinful activity you've done. It doesn't matter how much pious activity you've done. Even if you do pious activity, you stay here. There's another story. One time, like in India, I know in India they do it. I went on Brajmanda Parikram. So you go through the villages, chanting Hare Krishna with bullock cart and throwing bananas everywhere. I'll talk about now. So it's really fun. You should do it. We go with one devotee named Parshuram. So he does food for life in the UK. He does 5,000 plates every day to the homeless and students. It's amazing. They got an amazing kitchen. It's called Krishna Castle. So how they got it, he used to cook in the manor, but then he had to move out of there. And one hotel manager, he has like an open basement. So he just gave him, okay, what you're doing is really good. This is all for you. They built a nice kitchen in there, and they decorated like a castle on the inside. So as you walk in, right, you see that they've built this huge, like, I don't know, it's like papier-mâché. It's huge. It's probably as big as this temple building of Nishingadev, like this. Once you walk in, and the eyes are with lights on them and stuff. You walk in, it's like, whoa, And then you come in, and and it's all set up, and he cooks there 5,000 plates every day. Every time there's like some protest, like Extinction Rebellion, they come and feed all the protesters, and even the protesters help out cut up, and there's another university called SOAS, Studies for Asian Studies, and they've been there for so many years, and there's one devotee named Prem Harinam. He's been serving prasad to all the students for so many years, like 20 years or something like that. So Radhanath Swami was giving a lecture there, and it was an amazing lecture, this and that, and they clapped a little bit, right? And then the students, they organized like a certificate of appreciation for Prem Harinam. We'd like to call Prem Harinam to the stage. And this is a certificate of appreciation for all the foods, all the students. The students just went, wow, whoa, yeah. The whole auditorium went wild, like for like 10 minutes. They wouldn't stop clapping. And he's super humble. He's just like. So anyway, Parshuram, every year he comes to Vrindavan. And he does the Brajmanda, like Lokanath Swami, like 1,000 devotees, they set up tents like that. But he goes with bullock cart, and like 4 or 5 devotees go with him. And we just chant in front of this bullock cart, going through different villages of Braj. And then he's been doing it for over like 25 years also. So what happens is that, say kids like your age will sing, how old are you, Krishna? 9. So they say after 20 years, you're like 29, right? So when you're like 20 in the village, you get set up with a wife, and then you're married and you have kids, and you grow up there in the village. So the kids who saw Parshuram when they're 9, when he was like coming through throwing bananas everywhere, and they're like, yeah, baba, yeah, and they're catching it like everything, they're beating each other up. The whole village comes, even old people and old ladies and stuff. And it just the whole village, they know it's prasadam. And we give like small books, 40,000 small books, 40 tons of bananas for this whole month. We distribute. And they all just get happy, It's something small. They don't need it. They got like fresh produce. They got their field. They're growing fresh wheat, growing the best chapatis you could ever eat, ever. The Brajabasi roti. Yeah, that's the best. Yeah, Shukadev had some rich basi rotis, and you come through, and the kids already know. They tell the other kids, and then everyone comes out of their house, and you just throw it, and they're like, ah, ah. And then they're fighting each other for the bananas, and one old man comes, and he's coming next to the car, and you're trying to give him something, and then he trips and he kind of falls into the drain, right? And no one tries to help him. They all just laugh at him. And then we go to Adi Badrinath, and they're the most craziest kids. So for them, we don't have bananas, we have oranges, because they always try and climb onto the cart. So you have to throw the orange far away, so they stay away from the cart. And they want oranges as well. They know every year it's orange, and the national sport in India is cricket. So so they get to show their catching skills and stuff. And they beat each other like anything, these kids. It's amazing. And then when you go in front of someone's hut or house like that, so they see that we're coming past, so they start calling out. So we throw into the house that, it's not really a house, it's like a hut, and they build the sides up with the mud, and they keep all the cows on the inside. So anyway, you throw it in, and the ladies, you see them in the morning, they're carrying the cow dung in the bowl, like that. So they don't care, they throw the cow dung, and they try and catch it in the bowl. Sometimes they miss, and sometimes all the kids they know where we're going to throw it, so they go into the house, right? And they try and catch the oranges or the bananas. And sometimes they miss, and it's rolling on the floor, and the kids are running. This lady, she doesn't care, she wants the orange too. She starts beating the kids with the bowl. It's so cool. It just turns into a festival. I really like it, Yeah. And then what happens, we camp out there. We don't, we're not with the big parikram party. We camp out there, and it's really nice. You just sleep under the stars and stuff. But for dinner, we go door to door, Madhukari, and we're like, Radhe Sham, roti hai, sabji hai, doodh hai, like this. And then they give rotis and stuff and sabjis. It's really cool. And then you come back to the car, and then you just sit there, light a candle, and have some Brijbasi rotis before going to bed. It's really cool. Oh yeah, before that, we set up in the village, there's a projector on the cart. And then we play Ram Lila or Krishna Lila, and the whole village comes, and they're all sitting there, right? And then there's one small little video at the end, and it's in Brijbasi language, and it's showing how the West is useless. They're killing the cow, they're all suffering, there's so much war and violence, and they don't even have fresh produce, they don't even have Krishna. You have Krishna, you have the land, you have the cows. You got the best life here. It's the best material life, actually, that village life. Because they got everything they need. You see them, I think I said it last time I gave class, but it still amazes me, They do a few work in the hour on the field, and the whole day they're just in front of the house, doing nothing. Just chilling, The ladies, they work hard, they milk the cow, they fetch water in the morning, and they do their prayers, everyone gets up 2:30, and they do their prayers early in the morning, We don't wake up that time, but they wake us up. We're sleeping, then next to us chanting all the prayers and singing all the girls. And then also the old men, they do Harinam 3 in the morning through the village. Yeah. They're like, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham, Radhe Sham. And then they come next to our tent, they're like, Jai Jai Ji Radhe Sham. They're like, Radhe Sham. Thank you. So, the point of any ashram is to be absorbed in Krishna consciousness, just like the Brijbasis. That's what we're supposed to be. Actually, we are Brijbasis. We're from Vrindavan. We forgot. That's our real family with Krishna, not this temporary family that we've made just now. It's fake. It doesn't exist fully. And that's what the Bhagavatam is emphasizing. It's always knocking down household life. Yeah, because we have a tendency to be attached materially. That's the tendency of the living entity, to stay and be attached to the temporary situation. But that's foolish. Imagine you're on the tram, and then someone sits across from you for like a few stops, and then they go, it's like, what are you doing? Where are you going? We had so much. We spent so much time together. Why are you going now? Stay. No, I have to go. No, please, no. It sounds foolish, right? But we treat this lifetime in the same way. We have like temporary family members, temporary friends, everything like that. But we know Sridham Sarvabhutanam, that the best friend is Krishna. He's your eternal best friend. Actually, Lord Chaitanya is your best friend. He's giving the medicine of Maha Mantra. He's your best friend. Jiv Jaga, Gaur Chandra Bole, Kota Nitya Chandra Bole. How long will you sleep in the lap of the witch called Maya? You must wake up, sleeping soul. Lord Gauranga is calling us to become part of Krishna's family. So, in this verse, in this purport, I don't know if you noticed, in one paragraph, Prabhupada is pointing out that the household life must be Krishna conscious, where the husband and the wife cooperate together. They're not attached to sex life, but they work together to advance spiritually. So he says 3 times, however, if he's attached to his wife and for material enjoyment, then it's problemsome, then it's abominable. He said it 3 times in one paragraph, so that we need to be reminded again and again. This is hearing, this is education, repetition must be there. So obviously the sex desire can be engaged by having children. When one has children, then the selfishness obviously is cut down, and then we focus on the children, and we want to set a good example for them, so then they will become devotees. I'll give an example with me. I became devotee because my parents, when I was born, they weren't devotees, but my father became a devotee in the family. But me, my brother, and my mother weren't. And what happened, he's like, okay, I'm going to give Krishna consciousness to my family. Good luck. Whew. He had like supreme tolerance and patience. I don't know how he did it. It was insane. Like, this is a good example of the patience and tolerance he had. I was working in a bar for 2.5 years. I didn't drive. He would drive me. It's a half an hour drive from my house. He would drive me to Brunswick Street, where Radha's is. He would drive me there at 9 o'clock at night. And he says, you don't get a lift home, you don't stay at someone's house, you call me when you finish work. I finish work at 4 a.m. For him, he was like, cool. He was happy because if I would call, he'll wake up early and do his Mangalati. So he would go, you call me and he'll come pick me up and drive me back. 2.5 years. And then each way he would preach to me about Krishna consciousness, but I didn't know it was Krishna consciousness. Like, for example, he would say on the way, because there's all many bars and pubs there, he goes, this is all Maya. I go, what's Maya? He goes, this is illusion. I go, if I was prime minister, I would close down all the bars. And I go, Dad, no one's going to vote for you then. But he was super tolerant again and again. He would just preach it, and it was going in, I remember thinking that whatever he said was correct, but I can't follow it. I respected it, and it came really close. Eventually, Maya kicked me left, right, center. And then I was thinking, maybe I should change my life. And actually, I had a girlfriend, and I was complaining to her about, I don't understand my dad, He's always reading this like Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita. I just can't connect to him. And she goes, why don't you read it too? I go, nah, Bhagavad Gita is all about war because it's on the cover. It's all about war. She said, no, you should read it. So I went to read it. I read the first 7 pages of the introduction, closed it shut. I was like, oh my God. Prabhupada just went, bang, bang, bang. You rascal. You're a fool. You're doing everything wrong. Bang. So I had to close it. And then after a year, being with this girl, then we broke up, and I was all depressed and stuff. And I remember that everything whatever I tried for material life didn't work out. It was all wrong. So I remember I went to my friends, I go, oh, I broke up. Don't worry, get another girl. I went to my brother, he's like, nah, you're a good guy, don't worry. I was like, no, I'm not a good guy, I'm doing it wrong, so I'm not a good guy. And the only thing that said I was doing the wrong thing was Bhagavad Gita. So I went back to my dad, okay, after being smashed and bashed up by Maya, yeah, can I read Bhagavad Gita? Hey, imagine like you're a parent and your child is in complete Maya. And then he comes to you, can I read Bhagavad Gita in like a submissive mood? He'd be like, yeah, sure, son. No, he wasn't like that. He was just like, yeah, go ask your mom. He didn't care. It was like expert. I go, okay. So I went to my mom, and she gave me Science of Self-Realization. So apparently at the Sunday feast, there was one Mataji giving class, and she said, this book changed my life. So they actually bought it for me. They were ready for me, that book was ready, And I remember I was walking through the city all the time. I'll see these book distributors every time. Rajanari always try and stop me. And I never stopped. Hey, how you going? So merciful, but I couldn't receive the mercy. So I read the book, and same thing, Prabhupada slapping me. And lucky I had my dad there. And things I couldn't understand, I would ask him. I go, like, what's a Mayavadi? What is that? He goes, Mayavadis? So they're actually trying to be God. I go, why would you want to do that? Krishna's go, yeah, they're trying to be God. And I was thinking, why would you do that? And then I read Krishna book. I was like, oh, I'm trying to be God. Trying to be Krishna here. So he was really helpful like that. Pretty much 6 months later after reading the book, I moved into the ashram and didn't move out. Yeah, my mom didn't bet on that, but it's fine. It's all good. So yeah, and when I became a devotee, then my mom got serious about devotional service. And it was, and I could see, because my parents were fighting so much before and so much disagreement, when Krishna consciousness came into the program, especially when I became a devotee, then at least the relationship, there wasn't so much like heavy fighting. There'll be some disagreement, but they'll carry on with life. And I saw that. And it's a big deal when you put Krishna consciousness in. It's saying how the woman is 9 times more lustier, greatly influenced by Rajagun and Tamagun, but it says here, by devotional service, a man can be raised in the mode of goodness. So at the mode of goodness, we are free from the contact of Rajagun at least. When you're in the mode of goodness, then life is happy. That's the symptom of the mode of goodness. At least you have a happy material life. And that's what the village life is. It's actually in the mode of goodness. You see, they wake up 2:30. They can sleep early. Early to rise, early to bed makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. This is the mode of goodness. And when that happens, when the mode of goodness becomes prominent or devotional service becomes prominent, then like Bhaktivedanta says that my house is your house. My wife is your maidservant, my children, they're your children. By Krishna Kirtan, by Krishna Katha, my home is turned into Goloka. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to turn our homes into Goloka. And by introducing more, you pretty much have to make it fun. So we have some house programs. We have the stock standard house program. Okay, we're going to have a kirtan, we're going to have a lecture, and then we'll have prasad and go. But let's introduce different things, do a play in there. We did a procession with the deities. The other day we were at Punya Palika Mataji's house, and she had an anniversary for a Gauranitai. And we did kirtan, and then we took them on procession in Tarnet. Tarnet is in the sticks. It's in Whoop Whoop. It's in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing there. There's like no one there, you know. Even because we landed that morning. We came from Avalon. So Jade's from South Africa, and he's thinking, oh, I'm gonna go to Harinam's hometown. It's gonna be really nice, you know. And he comes, he's like, this is like a ghost town. There's like nothing here. It's a country place, you know. It's hardly an airport. It looks like a bus station. So anyway, we go to Thane, we do some kirtan, and then we start taking the deities out in procession. And then everyone comes out of their home. And they're like, what's going on here? What's this festival going on here? And we have books with us, and everyone's taking a book, and we start, and there's like a lot of Sudanese Africans, you know, and they're like, oh, festival, okay. And they're dancing, you know. And then you go, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, so you do that and they chant and they dance. You go inside their house, you know. They were going to follow us all the way back to our house for prasadam. We should have done that maybe next time. But I was thinking, I was like, yeah, this is what we should do. Like, you know, Mahaprabhu, he was grihastha. He was a householder when he started the Sankirtan movement. He wasn't a brahmacharya sannyasi. He was having a household life. And he, you know, went to the Chankazi's house. So I'm thinking, yeah, let's make a revolution. Like, imagine every house program. There's millions of house programs in Melbourne, right? And like, okay, so, you know, there's different parts of Victoria, and maybe most of them are staying in the western suburbs, right? Each householder, every time there's a house program, you just take the whole house program just around the block. That's what we did. And it was a big impact. We even went inside someone's house and just ripped it to pieces and nearly broke the house. So, yeah. We went to neighbors and you know, and then you come back, everyone's just like exhilarated, you know. And Gauranitai, like they were shining, they were like on fire, and from, you know, being taken around and see the neighbors, you know. And that's what actually, like, we think that Radha Ballabha is like the presiding deity of only this temple room. No, there's the presiding deity of Melbourne. Their influence is all over Melbourne. You can see it when we go on Harinam. When the deities are like worshipped so amazingly and nicely, their mercy is just emanating and affecting all people nearby. It's affecting the whole city. And then when you go on Harinam, you can see that effect. And you start chanting and dancing. Like, the nearest place is St Kilda Beach, right? And like, every time we do Harinam in St Kilda Beach, it's like, you can't do it half. You have to do it full. You know, on Christmas Day we went, after the feast, so we're already intoxicated. So we kind of fit in with everyone. Kind of fit in with everyone, you know. They're intoxicated. Oh, they're like us. They're intoxicated. Okay, yeah, Hare. And it was packed. It was chock-a-block from like 4 o'clock. And we went till 9:30. You know, they just wouldn't go away. So many people were joining in like anything. I think some videos are there, some photos are there. You go on the beach, you know, people have these beach parties, like full moon beach party, yeah, calm, you know, it's really cool, and they just drink. This is a party for them, I'm telling you straight. Don't ever go to a bar or nightclub and tell you what it's like. It's boring as hell. Okay? All they do, this is all they do, really? Okay. Loud music is going on, right? And they just stand there, right? And they got one drink of alcohol, and they're just like trying to talk to their friend, but because the music's so loud, they have to yell at their friend. The music's too loud to actually talk properly, you know? Hey, God, yeah, good, I'm good, yeah! Useless, you know? Yeah, really, it's like this. And they don't dance. They're just there and they go like this. That's all they do. Yeah. And they don't even dance. Here, everyone dances together, right? You know, they dance, circle, you know, like this. Spin around, you know, throw someone in the air maybe, you know, right? These places, no one dances with each other. Everyone has like small little group, four people there, 4 people there, no one talks to each other. All right? And then they're so stupid, right? They drink alcohol. You know what alcohol does? It makes you sick. So then they drink, and then they just vomit at the end of the night. Blah! And then you're completely dehydrated, and then they wake up with this biggest headache. That's why on Sunday, here, we can't make too much noise and stuff, because they're all asleep. So, but, can wake them up somehow when we see them on the beach, St. Kilda Beach. But that's not party. If you want to enjoy with the supreme enjoyer. What's your problem? Everyone's trying to enjoy on their own. Ye sanspasha chaboga dukkha yoniya evite. It's the source of misery. Dukkha yoniya evite. That means it's the source of misery. Trying to enjoy in contact with the material senses. Useless. Why? Ariyantavanta kunteya natesham mata buddha. If you're intelligent, you'll know that have a beginning and an end. We enjoy with no beginning and no end. Ain't no party like kirtan party, because the kirtan party don't stop. There is it, Sing the same song. I sing the same song 10 years, and it gets better and better. There's something in it. And that's what intelligence is. Krishna Marantaswa Krishnam Sangupagastapashidam Yagye Sankirtana Praya Yajanti Hisamedasa. One who has good brain substance, they worship the Lord who is not black, he's gold. Gauranga. And he's always chanting Krishna's name, Krishna Varnam. And he's appeared not on his own, but with his super party or parties, the Panchatattva. Say Panchatattva mili prithivi asiya puva prema bandhane mujju kadiya panchanena lutta prema kada ashvadan yatta priya Krishna banda anakshan. The characteristics of Krishna are described to be like a storehouse of love of Godhead. And the Panchatattva appeared, they broke open the seal and they drank that nectar of love of God. And the more they drank, the more their thirst grew. Puna paya haya maramahamata nache kande hasagaya yache maramata. They danced again and again. They danced again and again because it made it easier to drink that nectarian love of God. If you dance in kirtan, it makes it easier to drink the nectar of the holy name. It's like, I want that nectar in life. Yes, you must dance in kirtan. This is Mahaprabhu's movement. We sit, even the deities, they're standing up dancing actually. They're not sitting down. Unless you're Girada Pandit and it's too hard to put the garland, then maybe Gopinath will sit down for you. Yeah. Tura Gopinath ki jai. They dance again and again. It made it easy to drink that nectar. In this way, they danced, they laughed, they cried, they sang, just like madmen. That's how they distribute love of Godhead. This is who we're supposed to represent. This is what we're a part of. We're supposed to become madmen for Krishna. Actually, the soul is crazy in love with Krishna. That's the only, we always freak out, I need to fulfill myself emotion. I'm not getting it, it's too much philosophy. No, the emotional need of the soul is to exchange loving exchanges with the Supreme Personality, God, Krishna. The reservoir of pleasure. Instead of tapping into the reservoir of misery, which is sense gratification, we should tap into the reservoir of pleasure by engaging in Krishna service, the reservoir of pleasure. Akila rasa mrita murti. Everything runs on rasa. So we need to taste into that complete nectar form of rasa, of love. That is Krishna. In this way, that's how household life or any ashram will become favorable. It won't be a struggle so much. We have to work hard to introduce Krishna as much as possible. Whatever food we eat, we offer. to the deity. That's why the deity is the center. The house belongs to the deity, the wife, the husband belongs to the deity, the kids belong to the deity. Everything's for the deity. Everything's for the holy name. Everything is for the Srimad Bhagavatam. You know? My spiritual master said, like, when he was temple president in Krishna Balaram Mandir, he would always have someone, one devotee, just random times he would come into his office and say, hey, check this out. I read this in the Bhagavatam. I remember there's one part of a purport. It says, anything attractive in this world is the smile of Krishna. And the beautiful sound of birds singing is actually Krishna's whisper. So that changes your consciousness completely. It's like a nectar, it's like a gift. So we give each other gifts in the form of nectar we've got from the scripture. We can do that. You can say to your husband, to your wife, to your kids, hey, this is what I read. This is what I heard in a class today. Here's some prasad. Here's a gulab jamun. Wow, thank you. Jayananda Prabhu used to wake up devotees in the middle of the night and said, here's a gulab, like that. Can do that at home. Hey, wake up, wake up. What's wrong? What's up? Open your mouth. Because the thing is, like, I thought spiritual life was like, when you come to spiritual life, no more fun anymore, no more games. You know, you just have to be serious and religious, and you pray to God. Like, praying is good, because, you know, we need help. Every step of the way, you need help. Isn't that right? Yeah. So you pray like anything, right? But you do get help, and that's when you dance in ecstasy. Just like Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami says, you know, I'm the most fallen, I'm more lower than a worm in stool. You know, you would think, oh, he's got self-esteem problems. But then later on, you know, whoever hears my name loses all piety, goes to hell. It's like, what's his problem? What's going on? You know? But then he says, but I got the mercy of Lord Nityananda, who's so merciful. So then, you know, he's able to do this work of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Or like, we dance, even though we're so fallen, more fallen than anyone, right? There's nothing for us to be proud of. So you would think would be depressed. But because we got the mercy of Gaura Nitai, Shri Shri Radha Ballabha, Jagannath Baladev Subhadra, who are in their sick bed at the moment. Hopefully they get well soon. I don't know. They caught a big cold. It was a bit warm, but I think the breeze, you know, there's cold breeze in Melbourne, made it hit them pretty hard, and yeah, hopefully they get better. You know, everyone should write a get well soon card. You know, for Jagannath, make sure they get better, because you know, he got sick. It's personal. He's you know, every year we overdo it, don't we? Huh? Gosh, every year. Anyway, we hope he gets better soon. Jai Jagannath! He didn't hear. Jai Jagannath! This is the best way to throw the mind. You chant loudly, Jai Jagannath! You see the mind just went, you know. Chanting loudly. And in this way, household life is very nice. We work together, Krishna consciousness take over. Mam cham vya pritrena bhakti yogena sevate saganan samete tam brahma bhuyaya kalpate. By that unflinching service in all circumstances, at once you transcend the three modes of material nature and you're on the platform of Brahman. Brahman bhuyaya kalpate. And then when you're on Brahman, Brahma bhuta prashandaman nasochiti nakankshiti samasaveshu bhuteshu bhakti labhyate param, that you're a happy soul, prasadama. You don't lament, you don't hanker, and you see everyone as equal. You have equal vision. And that's when real life starts. That's what life's supposed to be. Real life means to always be on the spiritual platform, brahmacharya. So we have to be brahmachari, grihasta brahmachari. Otherwise, if it's not favorable, then one should take the required steps for vanaprastha and sannyas, as recommended in the Sastra. If it's not favorable, then these stages must be taken, not just for our benefit, but for the benefit of everyone. When one takes sannyas, vasudha kutumba, the whole world becomes your family. And that's what Srila Prabhupada did. He took sannyas, even though his daughter wasn't married. In India, it's a big deal. Your daughter's not married, and you're taking sannyas. But if you didn't, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be reading Bhagavatam. Where would we be? I don't know. Srila Prabhupada ki. Jai. Today is the appearance of Lochandas Thakur. And I was going to read from Chaitanya Mangala, but we probably don't have time. 10 minutes. I don't know, it's up to you guys. Would you like to hear from Chaitanya Mangala? Yes? Yes? Okay, all right. Okay. It's really nice. This book is so poetic. And there's some nectar in there. It's all nectar. I'll read some. Because we're in the Mahaprasad Mandir, Mahaprabhu Mandir, I will read about Mahaprasad. Narada continues. So in this book, it actually talks about, this is leading up to this part, it actually talks about how the form of Gauranga appeared. And then Narada Muni is lamenting about Kali Yuga, everyone's fallen. Brahmanas, they're just pretending to be religious for material benefit. Everyone's fallen, what are we going to do? We've got to help each other out. So he goes to Dwaraka and goes to Krishna and goes, what are we going to do? Same time, Rukmini is lamenting for Krishna. What's wrong, my dear Devi? What's up? Well, your devotees, Radharani, you don't know the love they feel for you. There's something you don't know. It is so amazing, and you don't get to feel it. I lament for you. It's like, really? Yeah. Okay. And then the Gauranga form appeared. And then Narada Muni, he fainted. He saw the golden form of Gauranga. He goes, yeah, I'm going to come. I'm going to put down the Yuga Dharma. I'm going to save all the fallen souls. I'm going to do this, that. And he's like, oh. He goes to Namaskar, he sees Uddhava there, and he goes, where are you? Oh, I just saw amazing thing. I saw this golden form. The Lord's going to come in Kali Yuga and deliver everyone. He goes, I don't believe it. Yeah, it's true. No, I don't believe it. No, it's true. It's true. And he goes, I'm going to tell everyone, tell all the demigods. So he goes to Lord Shiva. And then he says, where have you been? He goes, I saw this golden form, this and that. So now he's with Lord Shiva and Parvati. Yeah. Narada continues speaking to Parvati and Lord Shiva. Hearing this conversation between Krishna and Uddhava, I became dumbstruck, although I myself have been on the path of devotion for a long time and have been constantly chanting the holy name of the Lord. Still, I had no idea about the potency of Lord Krishna's Mahaprasad. Simply on the strength of the Lord's Mahaprasad, Uddhava had become a powerful, pure devotee preacher of the Supreme Lord. In the presence of the Lord, Uddhava praised that Mahaprasad. Within my heart, however, I felt deprived because I had never tasted the Lord's Mahaprasad. Then I thought of how to please the Lord with my actions. So Narada is thinking, well, how am I going to get this Mahaprasad? Uddhava got it. He's such a good devotee. I want this Mahaprasad. So that he would give me the taste of his Mahaprasad. With this idea, I visited Vaikuntha and rendered various services to Lakshmi Devi. Being satisfied with me, Lakshmi Devi affectionately said, tell me, Narada, what do you want? I'll give you a boon. After hearing your offer, I decided to reveal my heart's desire. With folded hands, I told Lakshmi Devi, for a long time, I have been feeling pain within my heart. Everyone knows that I am your servant, but somehow I never got the chance to taste the Lord's Mahaprasad. Please glance favorably upon me and give me the boon of receiving a handful of Lord Narayan's Mahaprasad. This is my only desire. Lakshmi Devi became astonished and surprised to hear my request. She then submissively said, Narada, Lord Narayan ordered me not to distribute his Mahaprasad remnants to anyone. How can I break the order of the Lord, my dear Narada? But listen, I will disobey his order and give you some. Considering my predicament, however, you must wait for some time. Then I'll collect his Mahaprasad for you. Fully understanding my situation, Lakshmi Thakurani appropriately responded with such sweet and compassionate words. Sometime later, the Lord, in a jolly mood, took Lakshmi Devi by the hand and sat her by side himself. At that time, Lakshmi Devi wanted to ask the Lord about the Mahaprasad, but she feared his reaction. In a very submissive voice, Lakshmi Devi said, "My Lord, I have something to ask you, but I am afraid to speak. I have a problem. I need your help. My Lord, please save your maidservant. Please listen, O abode of all transcendental qualities. I am holding your feet." Smiling slightly with a sign of questioning in his eyes, Lord Narayan cast a glance toward his Sudarshan disc. Beginning to tremble, Sudarshan spoke humbly to the Lord, "My Lord, I don't know the cause, but it seems that Lakshmi Devi has a problem." Then Lakshmi Devi said, "It's not Sudarshan's fault. But Narada Muni's request has been put to me in anxiety. Although nobody knows it, Narada has served for 12 years. Being pleased, I offered him a boon. Narada repeatedly asked for the same thing. He wants nothing other than your Mahaprasad remnants, my Lord. Although I have no power to disobey your order, I carelessly gave this promise to Narada Muni. O my Lord, please save me and engage me in your service." Understanding her dilemma, Lord Narayan said, "Listen, my dear Lakshmi, you made a big mistake. Without my knowledge, you can secretly give my remnants to Narada." After some days had passed, the Mother of the Universe, Lakshmi, gave me some of Lord Narayan's Mahaprasad remnants. I honored the Mahaprasad to my full satisfaction. Of course, the incomplete effulgence of Lord Narayan's incomparable effulgence of Lord Narayan's transcendental form defeats the combined brilliance of millions of moons and millions of suns, and his indescribable beauty puts millions of Kamadevas, Cupids, to shame. Yet, by the touch of Lord's Mahaprasad, my own effulgence and spiritual potency has increased 100 times. Feeling intense spiritual ecstasy, I chanted Hare Krishna and played my veena as I traveled to Kailash to see you. Narada Muni, Rajana Veena, Radhika Ramataname. Narada Muni is traveling around the universe on a veena chanting Radhika Raman or Hare Krishna. Radha Raman. Yeah. Lord Shiva said to Narada, "I must say, Narada, you look extraordinary. Tell me, why do you appear so spiritually charged and effulgent?" Lord Shiva is asking Narada. After hearing Narada describe his experience, Lord Shiva scolded him. "Narada, after getting Lord's Mahaprasad, which is rarely attained, you ate it all yourself? Without offering me any? Out of affection, you have come to see me, but why didn't you bring any of this rare treasure?" Hearing Lord Shiva's statements of dissatisfaction, Narada hung his head down in shame. Then Narada remembered that he still had a morsel of Mahaprasad. With great delight, he quickly gave it to Mahesh, Lord Shiva, and immediately Lord Shiva ate the Mahaprasad. Then, to everyone's surprise, Mahesh Thakur, Lord Shiva, began dancing uncontrollably in a joyous ecstasy of love of God. The earth trembled under the pounding of his feet. Everyone became amazed, seeing Mount Samura rocking back and forth in ecstasy due to Lord Shiva's powerful dance. Mother Earth was also rocking dangerously. Overcome by the bliss of pure love of Krishna, Lord Shiva totally forgot himself. His devastating dance threatened to drive the earth planet down to Rasatala, the bottom of the universe. The hood of Anantadev was stretching back to the point of touching the back of Kurma. Startled by this strange tingling sensation, Kurma poked his head out of his cell and stared at Ananta. So if you know the structure of the universe, then it makes sense. Lord Shiva's loud and euphoric roaring of the Lord's holy name bounced off the dome-like covering of the universe, reverberating throughout the 10 directions. Seeing the whole universe shaken in ecstasy and unable to tolerate the way the Lord Shiva was dancing, Mother Bhumi ran to Mount Kailash. That's real kirtan. With folded hands, Mother Bhumi appealed to Goddess Katyayani. "O Parvati Devi, please, I will die if your husband keeps dancing. I see that the whole material world is also in great danger. So you better do something if you want to save the creation from destruction." After hearing Mother Bhumi's plea, Parvati rushed to the place where Lord Shiva was dancing in a trance of divine ecstasy. With folded hands, Parvati Devi spoke some harsh words to break Lord Shiva's absorption. His ecstasy broken by Parvati's strong words, Lord Shiva regained external consciousness. Feeling very sad, he said, "Devi, why did you what you did was not proper. Why did you interrupt my ecstasy? By doing so, you have practically killed me. You are acting like my enemy. I have never tasted so much bliss before in my whole life. Why did you stop it?" Feeling great distress, Parvati spoke again with doleful words. "My Lord, just see the earth before you. The weight of your dancing has pushed it down to the bottom of the universe. Because you're threatening to destroy the whole universe, I spoke such strong words to you. Please forgive me for my offense." With a smile of satisfaction, Lord Shiva pardoned his wife. Seeing her husband in a relaxed mood, Parvati humbly asked him a question. "Prabhu, every day you dance in ecstasy of pure Krishna consciousness. Why is it today your dancing is pushed to the earth down to Rasatala? Your spiritual effulgence as brilliant as 10 million suns. I've never seen you exhibit such a magnificent form. Please tell me, why is it that today you display such unlimited rapture in Krishna prema?" Lord Shiva replied, "Devi, listen to the joyful news of my good fortune. Today, the great sage Narada gave me some of Lord Narayan's Mahaprasad remnants. Although glorified in the Vedas, Vishnu's Mahaprasad is inconceivably rare. In all the three worlds, it is very difficult to get the Lord's remnants, which are mixed with the nectar of Krishna's lips. Today my life is a success. By the mercy of Narada Muni, I received Lord Narayan's Mahaprasad. This is my real wealth and source of my ecstasy." Noticeably disturbed by her husband's statement, Mahamaya Parvati said, "For all this time, I thought that you were always kind and merciful to me. You don't care about me." "As a husband and wife, we are one, for you have accepted me as half of your body. But today your false love is revealed. It's all just pretension. You cheated me. After getting that really attainable Mahaprasad, you ate it all yourself. You didn't even give me a speck of it." Lord Shiva, feeling slightly guilty, said, "Oh Bhavani, you have no right to receive this transcendental wealth." It continues on. Do you want me to continue? Yeah? Okay. I'm over time. Okay. If you need to go, please go. Should stop? Okay. Yeah, this is the Parvati's mercy upon us. Yeah. These words inflamed Parvati with furious anger. Parvati said, "One of my names is Vaishnavi, and I also have devotion for Lord Vishnu. Now before this assembly, I make a solemn vow. If Lord Narayan bestows his compassion upon me, I will make sure that Lord's Mahaprasad will be distributed to everyone throughout the universe, even to the dogs and jackals." At that moment, the Lord of Vaikuntha, Vishnu himself, arrived in Kailash to uphold Parvati's promise. Respectively, Parvati stood up and offered obeisances to the Lord. With tears in her eyes, she let out a sigh and told her problem to the Lord. In a joyful mood, I, Lord Chandas, narrate this story. Murari Gupta continued speaking to Damodar Pandit. Then Lord Vishnu spoke in a sweet voice, "Katyayani, don't be in ignorance. You are my Adya Shakti, and through you I manifest the entire material creation. I know that you have devotion for me. You are my Prakriti Swarupini. You always engage in my devotional service. Without you, the material creation can't exist. The whole creation worships you and your husband, Lord Shiva, as Hara and Gauri, knowing that you are both my very self. Pleasing you removes the misconception that you and Lord Shiva are different from me. Please be assured that I will keep your promise. I will personally distribute my Mahaprasad to everyone in the universe. Lord Vishnu, the possessor of jewel-like qualities, continues speaking. Listen, Katyani Devi. Now I tell you a secret about an ancient episode which will alleviate the miseries of the material world. No one knows the inner meanings of the story concerning the demigods churning the ocean of nectar. They used Mandara mountain as a churning rod and Vasuki, the king of snakes, as a rope. The first object they produced from the churning was Kalpataru, a tree which gives unlimited wealth and fulfills all a person's desires. Within the special tree, there was a transient effulgence emanating from the beautiful form of Lord Chaitanya, the supreme embodiment of pure mercy. There has never been a form or incarnation equal to the form of Sri Krishna Chaitanya. He is the fountainhead of all incarnations. He will appear in the world, displaying his transcendental pastimes by preaching Krishna consciousness, and will distribute my mercy to the people in general. In the age of Kali, I will manifest the golden form of Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu to propagate the Sankirtan Yagya, congregational chanting my holy names. Taking the form of the golden avatar, I will fulfill your vow of piety and give love of Krishna to everyone. Please keep this confidential topic secret. In the form of Lord Gauranga, the essence of all incarnations and full of all transcendent qualities, I will deliver all people in Kali Yuga. The preceding conversation between Lord Vishnu and Parvati, which is called Vishnu Katyani Samvada, was taken from the Padma Purana. King Praptaparuda, who was an ocean of transcendental qualities, distributed these teachings throughout his empire. Oh, there's a little bit more there. Narada Muni continued talking to Lord Shiva. Mahesh, the Lord ordered me to announce his upcoming appearance in Kali Yuga. At that time, the Lord and his eternal souls will descend to earth to remove all calamities. The Supreme Lord, in the form of Lord Gauranga, will appear in the Brahmin family. Lord Shiva and Parvati became very happy after hearing the good news from Narada. Bliss filled the home of Lord Shiva as everyone loudly chanted the holy names of the Lord. Sounds of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, vibrated everywhere. Playing sweetly on his veena, Narada Muni left Mount Kailash. Srila Lochan Das Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Jai Go Premanande. Thank you very much. Mahaprasad ki.